Also, you can join the discussion with 26,000 other viewers and listeners. Imagine that. On our subreddit at davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's Reddit. This morning, I spotted an interesting post asking on the subreddit whether Rudy Giuliani could be disbarred for these sham voter fraud hearings that he is doing, setting up a parallel legal system. You know, there's actually a very interesting double-edged sword here. On the one hand, Rudy Giuliani's presence at these hearings, making bogus claims of voter fraud with ridiculous affidavits and completely deranged witnesses, some of whom I'll play video of momentarily. On the one hand, his behavior is completely unbecoming of an agent of the court. At the same time, they're not really legally relevant hearings in any way. And what I mean by that is they are sometimes held in hotel rooms. Nobody is under oath, and they are meaningless from a legal perspective. So the double-edged sword is, if these were legal proceedings, then what Rudy is doing would absolutely, in my view, suggest that maybe this guy should not be an officer of the court. At the same time, these are sham proceedings, so therefore they don't even really count as legal. Not really. They do not count as legal proceedings. They are not legal proceedings, which makes it a very bizarre situation. And I don't expect there will be any bar repercussions for Rudy Giuliani whatsoever. Another post from the subreddit asking about the upcoming elections, saying there will be more complete Trumpian candidates and even more QAnon believers elected at lower levels in swing state legislatures in 2022 and 2024. I actually don't know that the ship has sailed on that. I don't know that the ink is dry, so to speak, on whether we will see bonkers Trumpian QAnon candidates in 22 and 24. I think it will depend on whether Donald Trump remains a visible element during the next couple of years or whether he disappears. If Donald Trump, I mean, listen, he's doing a rally on Saturday for the Georgia Senate races, but if Donald Trump disappears to just play golf for the next few years, I actually think that the appetite and enthusiasm behind these Trumpian QAnon candidates will completely deflate. On the other hand, if Donald Trump, as some have suggested, goes directly into his 2024 campaign after Joe Biden is inaugurated, I do think that there is a strong likelihood that we will see QAnon and Trumpian candidates in the midterms and maybe even into 2024. We will follow it, and I encourage you to join the discussion at davidpakman.com/Reddit.